The 35th anniversary of the show, as everyone knows. Do you guys have any special plans, or?
Well, it's each year. No, the funny thing is, I wasn't aware it was the 35th anniversary of the show. But I guess that makes sense, doesn't it, when I think about the timeline? 35th anniversary, and I've done 14 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I think at this point I may have done more than any other single person, so which is kind of scary in itself, I suppose.
You guys plan anything new, or?
Well, we're doing a whole segment in the first part of the program in this sports-mad town, dedicated to the great American pastime of baseball, and particularly to our beloved Red Sox. And this is some material that we've been putting together, and we're hoping to bring an album out. And this is kind of a little teaser for that.
Oh yeah.
Then we're also featuring the we've been doing this year the high school sing-off, which is kind of what Pop Search has morphed into, but it's really been exciting. The kids, the talent level's just been incredible, and people are just very excited about seeing young people doing this stuff.
Surprised by the level of talent?
Yeah, I was frankly really surprised. I mean, I thought we'd get some good kids, but and in looking at the videos, we picked some people we thought were good, but what we saw in the videos was not reflective of the level of desire that they had to perform live, because when we started auditioning them in live rounds, which started at the beginning of June, I mean, these people whom we thought, well, that might be worth seeing, just totally just ate the stage up. I mean, they were really into it, and a couple of these kids are so young, it's hard to believe that they have the maturity, the confidence, the performance ability that they have, and I'm really excited. I think somebody really good, and talk about a star is born. If you really have stars in your eyes and want to make it big, what could be better than make your debut in front of 500,000 people?
Yeah.
And of course, Rascal Flatts for the big show, which will, I think, rock the joint, which is what we try to do with that. We've rocked the joint in the past with, Aerosmith, and and this time we're going country. And we've actually talked about Rascal Flatts off and on for a few years. They've always been one of the groups on the list, and because it's fun stuff, and that's really kind of ultimately what we're looking for. And what could be more 4th of July than a Nashville band, And they're not your conventional country band either. They make some good noise that I think is going to work really well.
In the past, who has been your favorite guest so far?
Favorite guest? Wow. There's a lot of them.
Is there anyone that's sort of like from a musical perspective work best with you guys?
Well, it was very fun to work with Steve Tyler. It was Steve Tyler and Joe Perry, because that was it was such a Boston thing, that it was a total home run. The audience just ate it up alive, and that would be hard to beat. But I really liked, actually, kind of because I grew up with his stuff. We had Don McLean for a cameo about a decade ago, I think, and he just did Starry Starry Night, which was perfect out there in the dark on the Esplanade, and American Pie, and that's really all he had to do. People say, what do you want to have happen on this concert at some point? I said, the boss singing Born in the USA would probably would be the point at which I said, okay, we can't get any bigger than this.
I don't know, I think I'd stick it out from 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, and then, so Bruce, if you're reading the Patriot Ledger.
Here's sort of a big question for you. What kind of feeling is it, when you're up on stage at the forefront, and you guys play 1812 Virgin, which is a fantastic, epic song, and you get to the end of it, and the church bells are going off, and the cannons are going. What does that feel like to just be something in the middle of that?
Well, I guess it's kind of silly to say, but it is a rush, and it remains a rush. I have to think back to my very first 4th of July, 1995 here, and it was really, I've been working the entire pop season here in Symphony Hall, but it was the first time when I walked out on that stage turned around to the live crowd and got this roar from, you know, at least the first 35,000 or so. Couldn't see all 400, 500,000 because they just stretch a lot further than the eye can see. But it was the first time I was really hit with, you know, how the enormity of the job, really, with how much this orchestra meant to how many people, and that feeling remains.
Do you have any tips for people that are going? Like, is there like an inside scoop on that?
There's only one thing I can tell you. Yeah. Hydrate. Hydrate and get there early. And